Guys, I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about Windows accessibility features. So I'm going to start off by showing you the Microsoft Windows Accessibility website, and it is here at www.microsoft.com/en-us/accessibility/windows. So on this front page, they have accessibility, and they break it down into vision, so how to make your device easier without using a screen. They have hearing, so make your device easier to hear using these visual alternatives to sound. Physical, make your device easier to use if you have a limited reach or strength. And then cognition, make it easier to focus and get things done with Windows. And then the last thing they have is assistive technology providers. So these are third-party providers that have created assistive technology that works in hand with Microsoft. So this is the website. I'm going to start by just showing you a little bit of some of the accessibility features. So you can do that by going to, sorry, I did that really quickly. Let me go back. So I went to my Start menu, and then I went to Settings, and then I'm going to go click over here, and I'm going to click Ease of Access. Ease of Access is where a lot of these settings can be found that can help make a device more accessible. So as you can see here, we can turn a narrator on.
Settings window, on, narrator, toggle switch.
Okay.
Choose a voice,
So
Microsoft.
I'm going to go ahead
Choose a voice. Microsoft David Desktop. English. United States. Combo box. Collapsed. Tooltip.
So I selected David. I'm going to
14.
change his speed a little bit,
8.
change his pace. So as you can see, you can initiate, pausing, read hints for control buttons, characters you type. I don't like that setting on, so it is off. Words you type is on. Lower the volume when other apps narrating is on. Play auto cues. Highlight the cursor.
On. Narrator. Toggle switch.
Have the insertion point that I'll activate the keys on touch when I lift my finger off the keyboard. So those are some of the settings that go hand in hand. You can also start it automatically, so whenever your computer comes on, narration will start. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off because it's going to be hard to hear over top of me. Other one is magnifier. So one of the first things I want to do is I want to invert the colors. Then I'm going to turn my magnifier on. There it goes. So now we've inverted colors and we have our magnifier on. So this is the magnifier window right here. Okay, so I can zoom in. Okay. I'm gonna put it in lens mode. So here's my lens, and I can go around and zoom in. I'm zooming in by 200% on those things. Okay. Then I can come back to my little lens, and I was at 300. I can change it. I'm gonna go back to docked. Switch to docked now. So up here, sorry, give me a second. Go to full screen, which you can see it just zooms in on the whole screen. Move my magnifier over, zoom out, and let me go try docked again. Yes, it's not working right this second, so I will try to show you again later. Okay, so my magnifier is off. My colors are still inverted. You can do the same thing. Start your magnifier automatically. Follow the keyboard focus. Have the magnifier follow the key insertion point. Okay, you can change your contrast theme. So if you want it to be higher contrast, change the visuals. Closed captions. You can do a default for what color those show up in. You can change your keyboards, turn on an on-screen keyboard. Okay, toggle keys, enable shortcut underlines. Okay, you have mouse settings. So you want a bigger cursor, there it is. Back to the small cursor. Maybe you want a cursor, invert the cursor. Okay. So those are some of the features on our ease of access. So if I go home, again, it's right here in ease of access. We have our narrator, our magnification, our high contrast, closed captions, keyboard, and mouse, which can all help. Okay, I'm gonna switch, and I'm gonna go over here to engagement. Sorry, I'm gonna switch over here to my UDL chart so we can talk about how these tools are going to help us. So these tools are definitely going to help minimize the threats and distractions. The magnifier, the color contrast, if I'm having trouble, it's going to minimize that distraction, get rid of that other outlying stuff. It's also going to be the Microsoft, what we read said that it's going to change the perception. So it's going to offer a way of customizing the display, offer alternatives for auditory information and visual information. We saw a lot of tools for assistive technology within Microsoft. And I think we can see within Microsoft there's a way to use multimedia for communication. And then there's also a way to facilitate personal coping skills and strategies within using a Microsoft tool. All right, well, that's it for Microsoft. Thank you so much.